Hey guys, how you guys doing today? And I'm just gonna do a top 10, top 8 video. Top 7 Gore Flicks that I have in my collection. So, we're just gonna go through them and, yeah, just gonna start from there. Number 7, this is a gory movie, but it's got a lot of sexual content. It's an extreme film. So, gutter balls. Yeah, I love this movie. I love this movie so much. There's the scene with the bowling ball, which is pretty vicious. The scene with the bowling ball waxing machine, and he gets his face shoved in, and his face is all hollow and everything. And there's this excuse the language, but 69 death scene, which don't watch this if you're under 18. I mean, don't watch this if you're a child. So definitely stay away from these kind of films. It's like a slasher with porn, pretty much. I'm pretty sure that's what other people would say if they've seen this film. Yeah. Gutter balls for Ryan Nixon. Love this film. May rest in peace to Ryan Nixon. Number 6, we have Mold, which I put this in here. It is gory, okay? It's about this disease. These people, they're in this factory. They're in this building, and like there's a disease, and they're trying to escape. And there's mold, and they get affected with mold, pretty much. And yeah. It goes crazy from there. I mean, people like rotting, melting, gooey. It's gross though. I mean, it is a pretty gruesome film. Like I said, I mean, I dig this one. Mold's number 6. Number 5, we have Prometheus, Lord of the Living Dead, and This film, I gotta tell you one thing. I mean, I finally rewatched this film again after I did my review last time for it. Check it out. This film's gory as hell. I mean, it's about this demon. Of course, forgot to mention, it's done by Olaf Inbach, who he also stars in this film. He did almost everything. I loved every bit of this film. I know this got a Blu-ray by Unearthed Films. I will grab it. Don't get me wrong, I will grab it, but I gotta get the slipcover for Unnameable because I just can't have. I can't have the Unnameable without the slipcover. Can get all the rest with the slipcover for Unnameable. But yep. Prometheus is about this demon is brought down to Earth, and there's this bloodthirsty region. That's what it says on the back, and he goes absolutely crazy. His name is Mothaz, who's played by Olaf Inbach himself. So, like, there he is with the chainsaw. It's been a while since I've seen it. All I remember was it being gory as hell. I mean, it's fun. Number 6. Okay, number 4. These two movies are done by the same director, so yeah. Fetus. This film's. I had to put this movie on the list. I had to. I mean, this was almost towards number 1. I mean, if it wasn't for number 1, I would put this at number 1, though. But I mean, this is just gory as hell. Like, it is directed by Brian Poland, so you know what you're gonna get when it's directed by him. Just non-stop. I would put all of his films on here, but I don't have the other films he done, like Blood Pigs. Blood Pigs is out of print, so Hopefully Blood Pigs gets a release. This is basically about this guy. His wife, he loses his wife and his child. The baby dies at birth, pretty much, and she dies. And he's in this Great Depression. He goes to this, like, whatever the name of it is, store. Gets a book on necrophilia, pretty much, trying to bring his wife and his child back, and he's basically torturing people, like, slices the back of this one guy's neck open with, like, an X-Acto knife. And, yeah, that's actually a scene from the film. This film's just vicious. It's this creature at the end. It's hilarious. This film actually made me gag over and over and over. I mean, this film's... I mean, I almost put this at number one. Another film done by the same director, Brian Poland. Bone Sickness. I love the effects in these films. I don't know how they did the effects, because these films are so low budget. I mean, the effects are excellent in these films. I mean, I think that it's about this disease, this guy, and his girlfriend, you know, talks to their friend. They works in a morgue, and they do experiments on him, and then these zombies break out from the dead, pretty much. And there you go. Just people getting ripped apart, torn apart. I mean, like, blood spraying, heads exploding, heads crushed. Guy getting killed with 2, like, blocks, I think. They drop them on him, and yeah, it's vicious. It's just, I don't know. It's definitely not as gory as. It's definitely more gory than. Well, actually, yeah. Number 4 is Bone Sickness. This is fun. Number 3 is Fetus. Number 2. This is a German film. De Bruto Duer. This is definitely towards no. I was putting, these 2 were hard, so yeah, I just have it. And I think you know it's number 1. So, I mean, it's just fun about this one group going after this mob group going after this one group. They're like mortal. They can't die, pretty much. So, you know, you can chop them up. You can do whatever you want to them. I mean, this film's wild. I just rewatched this film before I made this video, and I paused it. So there you go. I mean, you see people getting chopped, their arms chopped off, and you see sprays of blood. There's even a scene where they killed this guy. I think it was this guy right there. They put a bag, they shoot they put a bag over his head, and they beat it until the head comes off, and they still play around with it, beating it. You know, the bag is like all soaked in blood and everything. I thought that was cool. And there's also I don't know. There was a scene where they stomp on this woman's you know why. They stomp on it, it's blood spraying, and we find out the woman was pregnant. They ripped the fetus and they tear it in half, and well, like a mini fetus inside of it. They ripped the fetus out. It like I said, this was towards number 1. What beat the Bruto Duel? Well, we get to the bloodiest, most gory film of all time, number 1. Honestly, I had to put this in number 1. Number 1 is Peter Jackson's Dead Alive. Now, look at me, guys. This is the official out-of-print Blu-ray. It just came in. It came in this cut artwork. I mean, it came in the. I mean, it only came. The case was the only thing that was. I can't talk today. The disc was the only thing that was sent to me, so I just had to make my own. So, it's the official out-of-print Blu-ray, though. I'm just so thankful to have it. I mean, of course, it's about this guy named Lionel. His mother they go to this zoo, and she gets bit by a rat, and she kills the rat, and she spreads to everybody else. People start getting turned into zombies, and there's a scene, and I'll get the scene, infamous scene at the end with the lawnmower is fun. It's just like the room is filled with blood and guts. Especially the scene at the end when his mother turns into like a giant, his grandmother turns into like a giant like monster, and Lionel is inside. He's inside of it and cuts the stomach open, and blood's pouring out. And the scene where she barfs the dog, that scene made me gag. I mean, it did. I'm not joking, it actually made me gag just looking at that. I don't like the animal violence, but yeah. Dead Alive #1. You cannot have a gore movie list without Peter Jackson's Dead Alive. Love that film to death. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time, of course. So that's my top 7 gore movie lists. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace.